Hey everybody, we had some technical issues this episode that got resolved after the recording. So yes, Dickie D does sound a little deeper than normal, but next episode it'll be all back to normal. It's time for the Giz Wiz with man's maddest writer, Dick D. Bartolo. This is episode 1823, recorded Thursday, March 18th, 2021. This show is on fire! This episode of the Giz Wiz, we have a tabletop fireplace, a place to put your valuables, and a very timely crappy corner. All next on the Giz Wiz!
It's the same old show with Dickie D and OMG chat on your PC. It's time for the Giz Wiz because gadgets are his business. They've got a gizmo sickness, geek disease, under pathology, rows and rows of USBs, glowing LEDs. Get ready for the Giz Wiz now.
Now! And here he is, the tech guy, Dick D. Bartolo. How you doing, Dickie D?
Oh my gosh, the tech guy. We should tell people that when we came on, I sounded terrible.
Well,
and you in the chat room, it took a lot.
I think it's back. I think it's back.
Okay.
I think you sound deep again.
Oh no.
Yes. Well, now they know what it sounded like.
You know what? You know what? I'm going to do one thing here. Hang on a second. And you tell me if it got better. Hang on.
This time I do feel like, though, a reboot would probably fix it a little bit quicker. We may have to pause the show, but just know, for the last 42 minutes, we have, longer than that, we've been trying to figure out this
let me ask you
issue.
something. Am I clearer now? Am I back to being clear?
You sound the same.
I sound the same. Okay.
Yeah.
So just reboot.
You just got a little bit of a cold. Yeah, let's pause the show, go ahead and reboot, and we'll see where we are after that. Okay. And we're back! That was only about 15 minutes in between. I kind of wanted people to hear your deep voice, so I'm
not plugging it in. At the end of the show, no, I'm not going to plug it in ever again.
Yeah. We think we figured out the issues. It's an issue with the Onyx Blackjack switching to headphones. So anyway, it's working now, and we have a jam-packed show. We got all sorts of stuff. I'm really excited about my gadget. We have a what the heck is it? Anyway, how was your last week?
My last week was quiet. There was one very funny thing I thought. Yesterday was St. Patrick's Day, as we were recording this on Thursday. And in the tradition of New York City, there was still a St. Patrick's Day parade. But since they didn't want anybody to attend it,
they didn't tell anyone what time it was going to happen. No. What?
Yes.
Is that right?
It was at 5 a.m.
Oh, that is funny. We're going to do it at such an absurd time. No one's going to be awake to watch it.
Exactly. And you can't have any bands because
now it's 5 a.m.
Really unhappy when you were and there was almost no publicity about it. I read it after the parade.
Oh my gosh.
The first thing in the afternoon, I saw some pictures from our local Channel 11 WPIX, and it showed some marches, and the picture was dated 5:20 a.m. And I'm thinking, what? So that's how they kept up the tradition, but didn't attract the crowd.
Interesting. And I assume everyone was 6 feet apart or wearing masks or whatever, I haven't seen anything from it, but that's so interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. How about you? You had a lot of storms nearby, right?
Oh my God, yeah. The storms were pretty bad. We had kind of 2 over the last week. Luckily, nothing worse than just a lot of rain. I think one night it may have hailed. Well, I'll talk to my insurance adjuster later about my roof. So yeah.
Is it still there?
My roof? Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
But that's how everyone gets new roofs around here, is you just wait for a really bad hailstorm, and then as part of your home insurance is to get a new roof when there's a hailstorm. And so that's really how if I didn't see the hail myself, that's how I know, is from all of the roofing companies that will send advertisements to my house saying, hey, we'll give you a new roof for free. Your insurance will pay for it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So that's a thing. But my issue is that Charlie, my dog, cannot stand thunderstorms, and he absolutely loses it. Lots of anxiety and just that's difficult, because whenever it thunderstorms, I can't sleep through the night because he is so stressed.
You need
The thunder shirt.
the thunder shirt.
The thunder
Fairway.
shirt. I need to do it so bad, and I need to order a new one because we had one.
Okay.
We covered one on the show, and
Yes.
I don't know where that thing is anymore. I'm literally ready to do anything because I can't.
Yeah.
He freaks out. Obviously, that's not good. Also, I just can't stay up all night like hanging out with him.
Yeah.
And so
No,
yeah.
this Charlie doesn't care, but Fairway, our previous dog, would force herself behind the toilet or get in the bathtub and would be shaking uncontrollably. And then the thunder shirt, she really got to like it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and I remember with that, you need to train ahead of time. You need to put it on when it's not thundering and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm down to try that because didn't get any sleep either the 2 nights that it thunderstormed. So yeah.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And before I go any further, what's your shade? Your shirt? Is that a light bulb?
It is. This is Mark Roper's shirt from YouTube. He does. You've probably seen the YouTube video of. He has a front door package that will, when you open it up, it sends glitter everywhere and does fart
yes.
smell. Yeah, that's his channel. So he's done a whole bunch of crazy YouTube videos. So I thought I've been getting more and more into buying other YouTubers' merchandise to wear around. So he seemed like a pretty cool guy. So
Great.
I got his stuff. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. I think that's
All right.
about it.
Okay,
from
let's
last
go
week.
into a really neat gadget, and this is it.
I bought the Tack Life stove and fireplace alcohol stove. Okay. I always wanted one of these. My neighbor has a fire pit in the backyard. Okay. And do you know if he uses wood in it, Dennis? Dennis can see it from its window. I can't.
I don't know what he uses.
Okay. We're not sure what he uses. Anyway, I decided to buy one. They're about $50. All right. And oh, it's so exciting. I don't do unboxings, but I thought this should be fun. All right. Okay. I have no idea what that is.
A piece of metal.
Oh, and then the chimney. I know what that is from the photo on the box. Okay. And this thing is heavy. That. Oh, okay. This is. This is a fireplace. Wow, this is stone. Whoa. Okay, so that's the base. This is pretty. Wow, that's a.
That looks classy.
And then.
It's pretty neat.
All right, so the stones will go around here. I'm not going to do that now. And then there should be no. Oh, that's the instructions. Okay, so this, you know what that big long, I can see what this is already. This here, okay, this must screw into this. And this is that. This is what you use to put the flame out. Okay. So we're going to screw that together, put the flame out, and then you're supposed to use alcohol. 99% alcohol burns in here. And there are wicks in the bag, although one wick is in the bag, one wick is just all folded. Boy, they don't do these with care. All right, so I get the picture now. I guess you fill this with alcohol. You'd put this in here and then light it. The alcohol should be 99%, okay? I was going to do J&B Scotch, but this was cheaper, all right? So
Vodka burns better.
we're going to put some in here. No idea how much. And
As long as the wick hits it.
we're going to we're putting the wick in. Okay, you have to make sure that, can you see in there? The level. So we want to just make sure the wick gets wet. Now the thing is, isn't it going to take the wick a long time?
And that base is
Take a
like
while, yeah.
concrete or something. It's really heavy.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay. See, all right, well, that got me. Oh, wow. Holy cow. You know what? I like this already. Oh, one of the jelly beans.
Oh,
One of the jelly beans flew into
Get
the
back.
fire. All right.
very nice.
You keep focusing on that, and I'm going to shut the light down, turn the light
Okay.
down.
Ooh.
Well, that's pretty neat.
And you get reflections in the glass.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good. So it's a little strange because one part of the book says the alcohol will burn for 2 hours, and another part of the book says don't use the fireplace for more than 90 minutes. So I don't know which.
I'm not
is
quite
which.
sure. I don't know if the glass
Okay, but
gets
I
hot.
think
I
that
can't
looks
figure
pretty
that
good.
out.
We're going to put that out and try the gel. I think it said the wick burns brighter and higher because we made the wick kind of high. Okay?
Yeah, that's what this flame is too high. I think.
If you were doing this, don't make the wick so high.
Yeah.
Okay. So now this comes out with the fire putter outer. Okay. We're
There's gotta be a
switching
name for
to
that
the
thing.
biofuel. Okay. Let me just get a can of biofuel. So it turns out the biofuel does not fit through this. Okay. So you sort of have to take the stove apart. Not apart. You have to lift this out. You take that out first. We waited like 10 minutes for this to cool down. And then we took that out. We're putting this in. We're going to light it and then put the stones back in. Okay.
That matchbox has seen better days as far as the striking matches
I
on
can
it.
tell.
Next week's gadget,
Don't
a
burn it.
new matchbox.
It's not lighting.
No.
Stop to blow it out. You're going to burn yourself.
All right. We'll do another one. Oh, you know what? It is burning.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now, you know what? People are right. It's a much better fire with
But you can't see it.
the
But those, oh, I'm sorry.
what we're going to do is we're going to leave the stones out for now, and I'm just going to put this on, and I'm going to turn the light off and see if we can even see that.
Wait till you see the magic of the camera.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Oh, okay.
Wow,
It's much better in the video than it is in person.
that's kind of scary.
So this
You can only
is-
look through your camera.
Invisible
We're
fire.
not going to put the stones back for now, but the can says 7 hours. All right, and that you could actually use it as a very tiny heat source. All right. So I guess it's like burning a can of Sterno. That's it. So I like this a lot.
That's really, really cool. It really looks, I think, even more expensive than even though it
Doesn't
was.
And you know what? The biofuel, when it gets going, it does make a nice fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Wait, is that the
it's not-
biofuel behind you? Or is that
I'm
just
sorry?
Is that the biofuel behind you, or is
That's
that
that's the biofuel burner.
Oh.
And if you buy one can, it's $10. But if you buy 4 cans, it's $20. And it says a can will burn for 7 hours.
Wow. That's a long
So
time.
I like this a lot.
Yeah, definitely. And so here it is on Amazon.
Now this afternoon they had
10%
it's still
off.
there, so it's 10%. So basically, it's $45.
Right. But look at all these photos.
I think
Oh.
it's really neat.
Yeah. One of the folks put a candle in it.
You know what? You could if you just want a little bit of atmosphere.
Right.
A candle is fine.
Right.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. That's really cool.
So that, and it's called it's a weird name, the Tack Life.
Tack
Life. Tabletop fireplace. All right, so we're gonna move on to
pause. You're deep again. I didn't want to interrupt you, but now in between gadgets, we can edit this. What do we want to do?
I guess just go on with the show.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I just don't know what to do anymore.
This is really ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because now
we can continue to troubleshoot later, maybe tomorrow. Well, yeah. Anyway, we can figure out a time to keep troubleshooting stuff and see if we can fix it. But I think that we should just keep going for this show.
Yeah. All right. Well, then let's go on with what the heck is it?
What the heck is it?
Chat room and Chad can join in.
Okay, let's see what this is.
It's time to play What the Heck Is It, audience? Okay. Only Dennis Wonderland is here. Ta-dan, ta-dan. What the heck is it?
A handle? It almost looks like some...
No idea.
No idea. Chat room. Chad. All right, so...
I have no idea.
When you want to hold your phone on a desk, there are like 9 ways to stand it up. But with tablets, it's a little harder. Oh. So I was around on Amazon. I have a little Amazon Fire. This is the little guy. This is the 8-inch. And this is, I'll tell you how long it's been since I used this. I can't even remember how it goes on. Oh, okay, there it goes. So this is a way to hold tablets 7 to 10 inches, okay? So you put it in.
That is quite the handle. It's like so substantial.
Like a suitcase.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, okay. I get it. So tablet goes in, and then you wind it down, and it says it locks it in place. I'm not sure how well it locks it in place. Oh, it does lock it in place. Oh, okay, that's good. Then the handle, you put anywhere you want and bring it on out so that you can watch movies that way. Or, let's see, we're going to watch something this way. So this clicks away around. Can this go down in any direction? It's like it doesn't want to. I guess we'll go, wait a minute. As he breaks it.
It is
I guess
kind of troublesome.
You know, it doesn't look like... No, that's hard up against that. So, looks like you don't have infinite settings back here, okay? It looks like you can... You know, it seems to lock in place, so I don't want to break it. It seems to lock in place this way, which would be okay for watching a movie. And when you put it the long way, it seems like it locks in place that way. And Boy, I'm not quite sure. I guess I should have read a little more about this. Well, it can't go back that way. This is the release up here. Okay, that lets that come up, and I am not sure how this unlocked. Oh, you know what it is? It's just that it's very stiff. That's all. I was afraid I was going to break.
It's a button on the top, Steve.
It's over here.
The button to release it when it's locked in.
See, it's just $11. Okay, and I bought it because we've done a lot of stuff from Adoro, and this is the Adoro U Grip. Okay, and it comes in lots of colors. I don't know why you need colors, but there's red and blue and black, etc.
Okay, it's pretty cool. I loved how you put up the Chiron that was like, just use some WD-40. Just
I know. I know. When I read the reviews, quite a few people said, I broke it. Oh, it went up $1.
Yeah, look at that.
Overnight.
This seems so substantial. That grip, it seems like that's something you would see in a commercial application.
Yes.
Some employee would be carrying their iPad with that thing, just for safety reasons.
Or at a Home Depot, someone would be carrying a 4x8 piece of plywood,
right,
with a giant handle.
Right. Oh my gosh, it's nice though. I mean, if that's what you got. That's what you got to do.
Yeah. No, because down at the boat, I want to use the tablet to watch YouTube videos, and this would be fine for that. Yeah, I have a ton of things to hold my phone, but I had nothing to hold the tablet.
Yeah.
So I thought this was good if you're careful with that handle and don't break it off.
I liked some of the what the heck is it answers from the chat room. Some said a flask or a stein, a jar opener, a handshake practicing machine. I thought that was pretty funny. And you can take your tablet for a walk, which I thought was
that's very funny.
So good answers from the chat room. Thank you, chat room. So there you go. $12 for a overly engineered tablet holder.
Yes, exactly. Overly and possibly badly engineered Adoro U-Grip tablet stand.
And you got okay reviews. Sometimes when I see only just the 4 stars, it kind of puts me on edge. But 3,000 people, more positive than negative.
4.2 stars. I mean, enough people are happy with it that it's not a disaster.
Right. It's pretty good.
Okay, and we finally a little quickie video about a gadget you might need.
Ooh.
Twice a year, we reset the clock. It's spring, last Sunday. It's time to spring ahead 1 hour. And this is called the gambler's clock. I don't know why in the world it's called the gambler's clock. But inside you can... Oh! Chad, I swear... I didn't know that the donations were hidden in the clock. Okay.
That's where the Patreon money is.
So it's a simple little AA battery here, but this is pretty clever. Okay, I'll take them out so that I had to go to the cash machine to get this. So it's pretty deep in there, okay, to hide stuff. And then from the outside, it just looks like an ordinary clock. Okay, it's a little cockeyed here because... we had to move it to a different wall because the wall we had, we couldn't get the camera close enough to it. That's it. The Gambler's Clock. It's about $15 on Amazon, and it is a good place to hide stuff, except for people who make YouTube videos. It's a dead giveaway.
Now, you gave it away, Diggy. You're right. Now everyone's going to know.
I know. Now... I'm going to buy something different to hide my money in.
The detective. So why were only clocks stolen from your apartment when it was broken into? Well, I do this podcast.
Yeah.
Pretty funny.
And I paid almost $20 for mine because it said metal. Well, it's not. And when you go on Amazon, there are like 4 or 5 companies using the exact same photo.
Right.
So since the one that says metal, it says metal. That's the one that I bought. It's not. It's plastic. So you can save yourself like a few bucks if you buy the ones that just say plastic. I've only had it like 5 days. The clock is keeping good time. It's supposed to be a quartz clock, and it runs just on a AA battery, and there's no lock on it. So the thing is, I think it's a good place to maybe put some spare cash. It's also a good place if you want to hide some keys. And I think if someone is roaming through your apartment now, if they're a fan of the show and roaming through your apartment, they'll know to check your clocks out. If not, I don't think anybody's going to even think to look behind the clock. And it's a fairly decent looking clock from the front. And you don't really notice how far from the wall, even in that photo, you don't really realize how far from the wall it is, which is almost 3 inches.
Yeah, that's cool. I should have thought. I remember I did spy gadgets one time for the Crappy Corner. This is perfect for it. It's neat.
Exactly. They also sell a can of shaving cream that the bottom opens up and you put money in it. But I always thought, one day you're going to forget you put money in it and shake it and think, oh, this is empty.
Throw it away.
Throw it away. So the clock seemed to make more sense. You're very unlikely to throw your clock out.
Yeah, I agree. That's good. Awesome. With that, I think it is time for us to head on over to...
No, you don't need
Chad.
it, but you might want it at Chad's Crappy Corner. Get it.
So this month is gadgets that will make you more productive. So I have a gadget here. It is a fancy timer. It's a very fancy way to keep track of time. And I recorded a video about it, so let's check it out. Hey Dicky D, so we are here with another productivity gadget, and this one, is called TickTime. And the idea behind this gadget is that it makes it easier for you to keep track of time whenever you're doing tasks, so maybe even in the kitchen, and it has a pretty novel way to set the time. So this is the whole gadget. This is all of it. And the idea, I may have to charge it or turn it on somehow. I haven't quite gotten there yet. The idea is that, say I want it to be 3 minutes, I could set it on the 3 side. And now this timer is going for 3 minutes. And you can actually see the timer is already going.
Oh.
I wonder what'll happen. There we go. So if I set it up, looks like I can set my own timer here. So let's say I want 5 minutes. There we go. When does it start? I literally have not read the instructions, so I actually do not know if, let's see. Is there any sign that, okay, and go. and start. Let's put it on the 30-minute one. And, oh, it looks like it started, actually. What's funny is it actually ended up doing my 5-minute timer. Let me spend a moment with the instructions, and I'll get back with you. Okay, so after reading the instructions, it's become a little bit more clear on how it all works. Now, that blinking that you're seeing on the screen, I don't know why it blinks, but it blinks. That's just what it does. So, obviously, all of the numbers around the edge are preset. So if you wanted a timer for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 25 minutes, 15 minutes, then you can easily set it. I don't know why it didn't all go in chronological order, but it seems like it should have gone 3, 5, 10, 15, 30, 25, but it doesn't. Anyway, so any of those, all you have to do is just set the cube down. Now, there is a benefit to doing either 3 or 30 because, as you can see, the screen auto-orients itself. But if you choose any of the other 4 timers, you're just going to have a tilted screen no matter which way you go. It is smart enough to reorient it to the best downward view, which is kind of cool. Now, to do your own timer, to set any amount of time, you would set it up, and then you can manually change these your settings. So you can do minutes and seconds pretty easily. If you click and hold, it'll go up a little bit faster, which is kind of nice. Now that you can also see, so you see M plus and S plus, that's how you remember minutes and seconds. There's also V down and V up. And that is if you're in the middle of a timer. So by the way, to start your custom timer, you just need to set it down, and it doesn't matter what number you're on, and it'll just start counting down. So while it's in the middle of a timer, then you can change the volume. So this is volume down, and then this is volume up, and it's pretty loud. Then once a timer finishes, you can just set it up. And let's go ahead and just set a custom timer here for 3 seconds. Then we'll go ahead and start it. And you can hear the alarm here. There you go. And then you put it up and it stopped. Now on the other side, you see there is this sort of, circular, I guess, almost like a refresh icon. What's happening here is when you set it down in this orientation, it actually counts up. So you have countdown and you have timer basically. And so this, as I've been setting it down, has been counting up, and to figure out how long it's been counting, you just turn it over and it looks like 2 minutes. That doesn't seem right. Let's see if it'll do it again. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Was it 3 seconds? 5 seconds, maybe? Seems like not quite doesn't seem quite good. I'll be honest. Let's start that 3-minute timer. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. Around 5 seconds. Nope. Oops. Oh my gosh. So anyway, that one's not so great. I set it on its side instead of looking at it from the top. So that's why it went to a 3-minute. 7 seconds. So there you go. So anyway, it counts. It counts up whenever you have it upside down. The instructions, while you're able to figure out what it means, are definitely not in perfect English. So you can set the countdown of 20 minutes. If you are wanting to set a countdown for 20 minutes, remember there is no side that has 20 minutes. So it's kind of using that as an indicator. Falling down, then the countdown starts. So not very good English, but it works. So that is, and then micro USB charging at the top. It comes with a crummy little cable, and congratulations, you are lucky. You can scratch this off to see if you've won. Oh my gosh, they include a lottery ticket inside of the packaging. So that is the TickTime very quick timer, especially if you're trying to do something just for 30 minutes. You set it down and it goes, and it's very loud. Back to you guys in the studio.
So it cost $36.99. So it is not cheap. Now there is currently
it's pretty looking, but that's
I think it's too expensive for what it is. I'm also pretty positive that we could find an Alibaba version of this out there. But yeah, about $32 if you use this coupon here for this timer. I will say, I didn't really cover it that much in the video, but it's obviously probably the most convenient timer for doing one of the 6 times listed on the side. If you're in the kitchen and you need to set a timer for 5 minutes, you've just set a timer for 5 minutes, that sort of thing. And then other than that, you kind of saw how weird it was to count up instead of count down, which it did work. And I realized one of the issues that I was having was it's kind of hard to tell which way is up, because the screen, whenever you're on a timer, it will orient down. But so looking at this, I can't tell if that is, 14 or what was the issue was it said 20 seconds. It had been sitting down, but I read it as 2 minutes because I looked at it upside down.
So just be aware of where the top is, and you can see that from the M, S, and V symbols on the top of the gadget, so that you can kind of know, like, that's the correct orientation upwards because the letters are correct. That's really just about it. That's nothing really else to it. The Tick Timer. Here is the Amazon page for it. Pretty good reviews, and not much else to say. I wish that the screen didn't blink all the time. I have no idea why it blinks like that, but that is just how it works. So there you go, the Tick Timer. With that, let's move on to Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
They're geeky and they're goofy, together they are loopy. When gadgets pass away, he takes them out to play in Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
All right, so Chad, well, I see what I did. I actually screwed up. Remember, I sent you a new link.
Oh, yes.
Do you still have the first rundown I sent you?
I do.
Okay, great, because that is the second link I sent you is the link for the letter or the email of the week, and the first link I sent you is for the Gadget Warehouse. And while you find that, I can say that it's from someone who is sending us a video for the first time.
Ooh.
And he's sending the video because he said there seemed to be a lot of coffee making gadgets on the show recently, and he wanted to tell us about the one he bought.
Okay.
So this is his video.
Hi, Dick and Chad. This is Jason from Columbus, Ohio. And for my warehouse video, I thought I would start with a little mini what the heck is it? So this is part of the gadget. It's not the whole gadget. Any clue?
No.
There's the second part.
Now we know.
And there's the third
I ruined
part.
it also.
So I was inspired by Chad's beverage month and all the coffee talk that's been happening on the podcast. So I thought I would bring this up. I got this for Christmas on Amazon, and it's called the Dash Rapid Cold Brew System.
Ooh.
So what's the difference between cold brew coffee and iced coffee? Well,
One is
iced coffee has been boiled, so it's gone through the hot boiling process, and then cold brew never touches hot water at all. So that's how this system's supposed to work. And if you've gone to a coffee shop, sometimes it takes 12 to 24 hours for them to prepare a cold brew, and it becomes expensive if you go to a coffee shop time and time. So let's see how the company says this works. The first step is to add cold or room temperature water to the carafe. You can have a minimum of 35 ounces and a maximum of 50 ounces,
Good.
which is what I'm adding here. You then must make sure the carafe lid is turned so that it is totally closed. The next part is the brew basket. You can place 1 to 2 cups of your favorite ground coffee. The instruction booklet says while it's still debated, they feel medium and light roast coffees make for the best cold brew. One positive thing here, there is no need to buy paper filters for this gadget. The lid must then be completely closed for this pressurized system to work. You then can dial in the length of time for your brew from 5 to 15 minutes on this dial here, and then just push the button to start. With the magic of television, I've sped this footage up for you. From what I can tell, the device sucks the water from the carafe through the valve and then starts circulating it through the coffee basket, and then back out through what they call the coffee fountain. You can make the strength of your brew higher by adding less water, adding more coffee grounds, or increasing your brew time. And for my taste, what I've settled on is about this 50 ounces, 2 cups of ground coffee, and about this 10 to 12 minute brew time. The user manual has a humorous writing style, gives a couple examples of certain recipes you can use. I will probably pass, though, on the cold brew burger. The benefits of cold brew is it's less acidic, so you get that less bitter coffee taste. less acid on your teeth, and less irritating on your stomach. It often has more caffeine than hot coffee. Once it's prepared, you can store the brew in the fridge for up to 10 days. Add some ice, your favorite additions, and enjoy. Pretty tasty cold brew in under 15 minutes. Well, thanks, Dick and Chad, for the show. And as always, stay grounded.
What a great video! Holy moly.
Yeah, because Leo is a big cold coffee fan.
Yeah.
I think he made it overnight.
Yeah. No, so I also do enjoy the cold brew every once in a while. And for Christmas, I asked for a cold brew canister. Or a cold brew carafe. And my system, you put your coffee grounds in there. There's sort of a tube in the middle that has the filter, and then the water is just supposed to kind of just hang out in there. But the issue that I always had was the water never really got into the grounds. Unless I'm over there like shaking it every hour, the water never really went into the grounds and percolated very much. And so this solves that completely. This is incredible because I was really a little disappointed with what I got. And this seems like it fixes all that. It makes it super fast, 15 minutes. I mean, it's not absurdly fast, but still way faster than 24 hours.
But for cold brew, that is very fast.
And it solves the issue of having the coffee grounds be separated, so it forces the water through the grounds. I think this is great. I'm impressed. Cool gadget.
Yeah.
This might end up being on my list of stuff I need to own. Very good.
Oh, that's the bot. Yeah. So Jason, it's Botkis, Bockis. So Jason, this was a real find. You'll get the current issue of Mad Magazine. And I think we have one more video from a first-time sender, Inna. So if you want to join the group who haven't submitted anything before, be like Jason, be brave. Send us a video, anything to do with a gadget, okay? 1 to 3 minutes. And like Jason, just make sure we can see the gadget, hear you talk, and let it be in horizontal landscape mode when you shoot the video. And send it, the link, when you upload it, you can click unlisted, and then only people with the link will be able to see it, and send that to mail@gizwiz.tv. Mail@gizwiz.tv. Okay? Send us your gadget video.
Do it now. Thank you. That was a great video. Super good video. Thanks,
great.
Jason. With that, let's move on to the letter. Now.
All right. Our letter is from Rachel Zies, Ziese. Hi, guys. I'm behind on shows because of 2020. I'm catching up now. I enjoyed the hand warmer selections. I have Raynaud's disease, so my hands and feet get very cold very fast. Back in January 2015, I bought Chad's gadget, the Monoprice 3-in-1 LED hand warmer and battery.
Remember that.
Which I used every winter, but is no longer made. I like the chemical recharging hand warmers because they're nice and they don't require electricity, and I can stick one in a boot. Last winter, I bought a second electronic hand warmer because it was a lightning deal. And she sent the link to that one. And if you, that was the link, if you find that. It's very funny because I did this hand warmer, like 6 weeks ago, and it had an unpronounceable name, like the Zigagakuka. Anyway, it's the same one as this one. The one that I showed is no longer available. But anyway, she bought this. And then she said, I also got the claw-heated mouse you showed on the show as a secret Santa gift. I love it. I use it year-round, because air conditioning aggravates Raynaud's disease in warm weather. I don't have to plug it in every day, but basically just have a stuffed animal cocoon is warm enough to keep my mouse hand comfortable. Keep up the great shows. I've been listening and watching since the very beginning.
Wow.
And have bought so many gadgets because of you guys. Rachel. Well, Rachel, that's great.
The only way to describe that is heartwarming.
Yes. warmer than the fireplace behind me.
Right. Warmer than your hand warmer.
Yes,
that's great.
Exactly.
That's
Rachel,
fantastic.
thank you so much.
That's great. That is so good.
Yeah, that was great. That we're actually doing some good from time to time. Who knew? Who knew?
What a great side effect.
Yeah, that was great.
Thank you so much for that letter. I also want to say thank you to our patrons over at patreon.com/Giz Wiz. You guys support the show. Even if Dickie D sounds like he has a cold, thank you so much for supporting the show. We really, really appreciate it. And I just want to say thank you so much. If you enjoy the show, please consider giving back over at patreon.com/GizWiz. You can also head on over to gizwiz.tv, click on the Patreon tab, and there's a link to our Patreon page. There's also a link to our PayPal page. So if you want to give via PayPal instead of Patreon, you can do that too. However you give, however you support, really, 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 really appreciate it. So thank you so much. Speaking of gizwiz.tv, that's where you can watch the show live and all of our technical problems, and as we're trying to fix them, that is every Thursday, 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern Time. Just head to gizwiz.tv and the website will update with the live stream on the main page. If you don't catch it live, don't worry. Head to our website, see any of the previous episodes. We have them all there for you. If you want to know about one of the gadgets that we cover on the show, head on over to gizwiz.biz. That's Dickie D's website where he writes up articles about all of the gadgets that we cover. While you're there, play What the Heck Is It? The official, real What the Heck Is It? We're about a fourth of the way through this gadget. So if you think that you know what this is, or if you have a clever description of what this gadget could be, get a guessin' over at gizwiz.biz. There are 6 Mad magazines for correct answers and 12 Mad magazines for clever, hilarious, and interesting answers. And this is pretty obvious to me what this is. This is the device that you plug in your microphone on one side and then your voice gets deeper on the other.
Oh, maybe that's the problem.
We got to remove that out of the system. Thanks so much for everybody sticking with us this episode, and we'll see you next week.
I'll be here.